Jade, you graduated last year, 2024. You took the Careers in Education course, and first year that we offered certification for paraeducator. So why did you choose that?
If anything, it was always a good backup plan. You know, it's something the school offered to have us do as a field trip. They offered to pay for it too with the Careers in Education budget, which for me is something really important because I grew up in a not great financial situation. I was on free and reduced lunch all 13 years and I spent all of those in Yelm. So I think it was just a good backup plan, even if you didn't decide that was something you wanted to do. It is something you can do at 18, so I was really happy that I got to.
And just a handful of months removed from graduating here at Yelm, you're now employed here at Yelm High School.
Definitely.
How does that feel?
It's definitely a transition for everybody, but I'm handling it okay, and I'm glad I'm here.
Well, we're glad you're here. And Paulina, you graduated in 2021. You also took the Careers in Education course. We didn't offer the paraeducator certification, but why did you take the course?
I took the course because I've always dreamed of pursuing a career in education. My goal has always been to be in the education field, and I've always enjoyed being around students, being around teachers, working with staff, and like Jade said, right, it's an amazing opportunity when you can come back and sometimes it is hard, right, to find that balance of, oh, I just had you as a teacher, because I also did come back that exact same year and was a paraeducator at Southworth, and then I was like, nope, I think my heart belongs at the high school. And so the balance of like being able to work with those who were once your educators has been really empowering, because you get to know a whole different side of them. And not only that, but the value of being an educator and being heard and recognized has been really amazing.
What are your professional goals moving forward?
My professional goal is to further my education in secondary teaching. I hope to be a Spanish teacher. However, I would like to do it with an ML endorsement. Because I am a current paraeducator with the multilingual learners, I want to have my endorsement for when it's time to have more multilingual learner teachers. I am ready for it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it'd be great if we could keep you here.
Oh, I'd love to stay in Yelm. I've been in Yelm all my life, so I love being here. I've loved growing up here. I love it all.
Well, and last year I got to see you in action in class, and I got to see the whole team actually, and be part of professional learning that you guys were doing. That was a lot of fun. And Jade, what are your professional goals?
I want to come back here, actually, and become a special education teacher. That's my end goal. I mean, I could see myself getting a PhD, which they obviously don't offer in special education, but an EED for higher education all the way as far as I can, because I think it's really important, and every different year of school gives you just such insight into how the students' minds work and how it continues, and education never stops.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that the best. Education never stops, and so I think it would be good to continue everything and every year go back and learn more about what the students' experiences are like.
Why special education?
I grew up with family members who are disabled, and I took care of them, caretaking. That was something that I really enjoyed. And then the last 2 years of high school, I actually got to join the peer mentoring program, which I was unaware even existed before I started it. I started there before I did Careers in Education, and I really just fell in love with everything there.
Question for you. Is there somebody here that has inspired you along the way, that has contributed to you wanting to be an educator?
Is there someone here? Yes. Maybe like in the Yelm community?
Yeah.
Okay, Kayleen Stockton. She is a teacher at Southworth. She was actually my practicum teacher in Careers in Ed. She inspired me because she is just a joy. She has taught that no matter what the student need is, no matter where the student is from, how the student learns, she made teaching fun for all.
Jade, same question for you.
I actually have three. I have three different ones. I have Mr. Hume, who goes here.
Yeah.
He taught me in my sophomore year math. Math is one of my biggest struggles, and he absolutely never let me fail. So I think not letting your students fail, he just gave me that piece that I wanted to never let my students fail. So him just giving me the perseverance in math, especially where I struggled. Miss Hull, obviously, because I didn't even know I wanted to do anything in education. I was actually in her biology class originally, and she was like, have you ever heard of the Careers in Education program? And my older sister did it, and she wanted to be a teacher and changed her mind, which I am sad about, but meeting Miss Hull and her suggesting that education was something that I would persevere in, and we met over the summer, which is where I ran into you, and she just gave me that missing piece, or that want that I never even knew I had. And then obviously Mrs. Hermanto, who I work with every day. I'm a paraeducator in her room now, and I was peer mentoring with her for the last 2 years. So the students in the class and her actually letting me know that I could do it. Because every day you kind of want to go home and cry and say, I feel like I messed everything up. But she was always very reassuring that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm following the right pathway, and that it's not a big mistake or a waste of my time. So I think those 3 teachers who all luckily work here with me now, they've all given me that, well, perseverance to actually want to continue working here and continue my education in the field.
Wow. This has been awesome. You guys are pretty amazing, and great examples of the kind of students that we have in Yelm, but also reasons why people come back. And what you guys shared is, I think, really impactful. And I hope that those that you've talked about get to see this and hear the messages that you've shared about them. So I appreciate you guys taking time, and thanks for taking a walk with Woods.
We appreciate you for letting us be heard, and we hope the community hears us as well, and students get impacted and maybe want to join us or talk to us and ask us questions about how to get into the education field, because like Jade stated, right, education is always going to be needed. So the more educators, the better.